Need some help finding some edge in the prop market? Check out the PropsAI tool on the LineStar app, your one-stop shop for all the information you need to place smarter bets. Gain insights into player history, projections, and trends, along with sportsbook odds. You can even compare the lines across multiple sportsbooks using our prop finder. Get the edge with PropsAI today at LineStarApp.com and take your prop betting game to the next level. Good luck, and as always, bet responsibly. Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your top 5 NFL player picks on Underdog Fantasy for Week 14. Alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon Sommerville. Tyler, we've got some redemption to do. Last week was rough for us on the Underdog Show. Just 1-4 last week. It was just a couple weeks ago. We were 5-0. We were cruising along. So we've got some redeeming to do, or else Santa's going to put some coal in our stocking. So we got to get it together. It's the holiday season. We got to get that money so we can buy all our friends all the presents in the world, make out like one of the Jags front office employees who just walked away $22 million he stole from the team, reportedly.
Well, not necessarily walked away with it because he gambled it all away, but.
All right, so that's what we've got ahead of us today. We've got some really great picks that are available on Underdog Fantasy. If you don't already have Underdog Fantasy, go ahead and download it. Use the promo code LineStar when you do, and you'll get up to $100 of your deposit match. So make sure to check that out. And as always, bet responsibly and, abide by the laws in your state. Also, the tool we're using is called the PropsAI tool. You can find that on the LineStar app. And what it does is it compares LineStar's projections to what's out there on Underdog Fantasy and helps you find the best value. So week 14 is here this week, or this year is just, this football season is flying by. I cannot believe we are in week 14 yet. Here we are, and the first bets, we're going to the NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons. Who would have thought we'd be going here for props in week 14? But nonetheless, we've got a good matchup here for the Atlanta Falcons in this one. So the first one we're going to look at is quarterback Desmond Ridder, higher than 194.5 passing yards. LineStar and the consensus projection both like the over here, averaging 184. He's gone over 5 of 11. 250 though. Last game he played the Tampa Bay Bucks, which is their opponent once again this week. They rank 14th in pass defense DVOA. Tyler, what makes you think Desmond Ridder is going to get there on this line?
Well, the defense for Tampa Bay is a pass funnel defense. So what that means is they try to stop rushing and allow teams to pass on them a little bit. Mm-hmm. Now, 10 of the 12 quarterbacks facing Tampa Bay have gone over. And at the same point, Desmond Ridder has been much better at home. He's averaging 231 yards per game at home. And this game is, of course, in Atlanta. So I like the spot for Desmond Ridder. He gets the bump up because it's at home. It's a good a pass funnel D that he's attacking. Mm-hmm. So all in all, I like the spot. And when he's been at home, he's consistently been going over this line. So I like it a lot.
And so because we like Desmond Ridder here, we're also going to go to his wide receiver, Drake London, higher than 47.5 receiving yards. London's averaging 52 receiving yards per game. He's gone over that 47.5 mark, 6 of 11 games going up against Tampa Bay. They're actually 18th in pass defense DVOA versus wide receiver ones. The last time he faced Tampa Bay, he had 54 receiving yards in that game. So another good spot here. And we're also liking that we like to kind of stack them together, a similar principle to those of you guys who play daily fantasy. Tyler, what are your thoughts on Drake London's matchup this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to Desmond Ridder. Ridder plays well at home. London has played better at home. So London's averaging 52 yards a game, for the season, but at home that goes up to 72.2. So Ridder's number one wide receiver gets much better. It's a good matchup. London's been over in 4 of 5 at home matchups. So I like the spot to pair London with Ridder, and that's why we're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, last week we stacked the Jets. I mean, it was like the only time we would have ever done it. It was actually ironically against the Atlanta Falcons in this game, but this is a much more, I guess, reliable matchup. Hey, did you know the Falcons are atop the NFC South? Check that out. Who would have thought? The NFC South is one of those divisions like no one wants to win right now, it seems like. Anyways, good spot there for the Falcons. Next, we're going to go to a reliable running back, and that is CMC. Over 114.5 rushing and receiving yards. CMC has just been a monster, averaging just under 122 total yards per game. He's gone over that 114.5 mark in 7 of 12 games this season. And he's actually gone over 130 total yards against Seattle each of the last 3 games that he has played them as a member of the San Francisco 49ers. Quite frankly, CMC dominates the Seattle Seahawks. So we're just going to roll with him once again here. I know that line seems really high, but this is CMC we're talking about, right, Tyler?
Yeah, and this line we actually did attack 2 weeks ago when he played Seattle in Seattle. It was a little bit lower there, but I mean, he is routinely going higher than this. He averages higher than it on the season, and Seattle's just been getting crushed by running backs. They're allowing 121 yards per game, but over the last 4, that's up to 149.3. So they've been bad against the running back, and it's just got even dramatically worse over the last couple games. So I like the spot for CMC to go over here.
All right, so those are our 3 from LineStar. Now it is time for Tyler and I to make our picks on Underdog Fantasy for this week. Tyler, where are you headed on Underdog Fantasy for week 14? What's your best play?
So we took Ritter and London, the Atlanta Falcons, and I'm going to bring that back with the Tampa Bay Bucks and Chris Godwin higher than 45.5. In sportsbooks, that's minus 115. But this is going to be one of the fastest games of the week. When the pace of a game speeds up, there's just more opportunity for scoring, for more receiving yards, all of that. So with the added pace, Godwin being in a good spot, he's averaging 50.5 yards per game, and he's been over in 7 of 12. And last game, he had 66 versus Atlanta. So I think he's a great way to kind of bring it back on this game and lean into the correlation and the higher pace game we have in that spot.
All right. For my pick, I'm going off the beaten path a little bit, Tyler, in this one for my pick. I'm going with Colts tight end Kylen Granson, higher than 12.5 receiving yards. Both the LineStar and consensus projection are predicting the over here. Granson's averaging 24.7 receiving yards per game. He's gone over in 6 of 10 games. He actually had 72 last week against Tennessee. And this week he's going up against an even more poor defense, specifically versus the tight end, Cincinnati Bengals. They rank 30th in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams' tight ends, which is a trend that I picked on for that Thursday night football game. And we took the Jags tight end Evan Engram for his over as well. Well, I'm just continuing that trend here. And that line is way too low for Kylen Granson, a player that Shane Steichen really likes to get involved in the offense in really creative ways. So I like the over here for Kylen Granson over 12.5 receiving yards. Also, I do need to note that it is on Sunday. It is International Animal Rights Day. So I got to go with the Colts player. Also, I just found out that Kylen Granson owns multiple animals himself. The owner of 2 snakes. He owns a python named Basket the Ball and also a Mexican black king snake named Jefe. So we're going to roll with that theme as well here. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, we did roll with 2 Falcons, so
there we go.
You know,
we're in a good spot here. I like that we're continuing the theme here. Nice call there on the Falcons. I didn't even think about that before I bringing it all together, Tyler. It's what you do. It's what you do here on the show. You carried us, bringing it all home together. Again, you can find our picks, animals or not, on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure to download it. Use the promo code LineStar. When you do, you'll get up to $100 of your deposit match. Also, we're doing a contest here on the show whereby if we hit all 5 of our props, one randomly selected commenter will win $200. We did it just a couple weeks ago in week 10, so let's hope we do it again here this week. Also, let us know what your favorite pick is for today. If you're also rolling with a team that's an animal team, let us know in the comments. Again, all you need to do to enter that contest, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. You're in it to win it. Good luck, everybody, this week in week 14. We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one, guys. Good luck.